of WWMS, our live school morning announcements every Friday here on the Fairfield Woods YouTube channel. We apologize for not getting out our episode the Friday before April break. We unfortunately faced some technical difficulties. But on the flip side, today is going to be an amazing morning announcement show as we will share the famous events and birthdays on April 21st, break down the NBA playoffs, some soccer for our soccer fans, break down movie news and reviews, gaming news, and more. But let's start off, as always, with our joke of the week. Here's the joke. I tried to catch fog, but I missed. Hopefully you guys got some enjoyment out of that amazing dad joke. But this is also a news show, so let's give the public some news about many different topics. Let's start by getting into our history lesson. The most famous and perhaps the only famous birthday on April 21st is Queen Elizabeth II. Elizabeth was known as one of the most well-known figures on the planet, ruling as the Queen of the United Kingdom from February 6, 1952 until her death in 2022. She ruled as the Queen for 70 years and 214 days, the longest reign of any British monarch. She would have turned 97 today if it weren't for her death on February 6, 1952. But the most famous thing that happened on April 21st came in 2014. And as said by the peoplehistory.com, Kraft Foods issued a voluntary recall of 96,000 pounds of Oscar Mayer hot dogs that had been mislabeled. The company stated that some of their classic cheese dogs had been placed in the regular hot dog packaging, which could be dangerous for people with Now for our movie news, Creed 3 launched this month and is still in theaters. Creed had its third movie in the series, and the series was a continuation of one of the greatest movie series of all time, Rocky, which was a 6-movie series lasting from 1976 to 2006. However, the writer, producer, and actor of Rocky and the Rocky and Creed series, Sylvester Stallone, was not involved in the latest film due to a rights agreement and said he will, quote, he will never watch the movie. That didn't stop the movie from being an altogether great production, having run a 90% score on Rotten Tomatoes. For our horror movies, movies such as Megan and Missing have been released over these past few months. Some other horror movies some have liked are John Wick Chapter 4, Scream 5, and 65, which have also gotten great ratings. Some great movies have also come out recently, and one of them is called Air. Starring award-winning director Ben Affleck, Air is about how a small basketball shoe company named Nike recruited the North Carolina star drafted number 3 overall by the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan, and how he and his shoe brand, Air Jordan, made Nike one of the most well-known brands in the entire world. It came out April 5th, and it was terrific. I saw the movie when it was released, and it was fantastic. The way it explained how Sonny Davis went from a nothing to something with Nike, and how he single-handedly recruited Michael Jordan to Nike because of how he saw him play the game. It also had great storylines, funny jokes, and great acting, and it was an interesting movie throughout the entire production. I would highly recommend, if you're a sports fan or a fan of good underdog stories, heading to the movie theater and checking out Air as soon as possible. Another movie that recently came out, which is on Netflix, that I would highly recommend, is Murder Mystery 2. Starring Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston, the production is a continuation of the crazy murder storylines from the original Murder Mystery. While it seems like a scary title, it is actually a very funny comedy with 2 of the best comedy actors the industry has to offer. While I like the storyline from the original Murder Mystery more, I would add this to your list of possible movies to watch in the future. Some sports movies that are coming out soon are Sweetwater, which came out April 14th, and Big George Foreman, a movie all about all-time great boxer George Foreman, who won gold at the Olympics and had 68 career knockouts. That comes out April 25th. And last but not least, for our Nintendo fans, the Super Mario Bros. Movie came out April 5th and has seemed to be getting a ton of buzz just a few weeks after the production first aired. Despite a 58% Rotten Tomatoes score, the movie has 97% of Google users enjoying the production. Look forward to having some great television to watch over this gamers out there. Creed Rise to Glory Championship Edition, a virtual reality boxing game based on the recently aired movie Creed, came out for PlayStation VR 2 on April 4th, after the original game in the series, released in 2016, received a 9 out of 10 Steam rating. Hogwarts Legacy came out on April 4th as well for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Minecraft Legends came out on April 18th for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores, the third entry in the series, came out on April 19th for PlayStation 5, Star Wars Jedi Survivor is being released on April 28th, being made available for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC. And last but not least, we have the long-awaited vampire shooter game, Redfall, which is being released for Xbox Series X and PC on May 2nd. Let's give some soccer news to share for our soccer fans. Chelsea FC fans, I'm sorry, but the upset just was not completed against Real Madrid on Tuesday, losing 2-0 to one of the top teams in La Liga. However, it didn't seem out of the realm of possibility that Chelsea could have completed the underdog story. Chelsea had 19 shots on goal compared to Real Madrid's 9, and had possession of the ball for the majority of the time. They also found themselves with 8 corner kicks throughout the game compared to Real Madrid with just 2. However, when it came to accuracy, these two teams were almost exactly even, each getting 6 targets on net, and with their passing percentage being just a 3% difference throughout the contest. That, along with Chelsea's 8 more fouls, gave the edge to Real Madrid, who ended up winning by multiple goals with the shutout. Some more breaking and interesting news for our soccer fans is that Lionel Messi, according to FC Barcelona president Joan Laporta, is leaving PSG and heading back to Barcelona unless he has his mind set out on a possible retirement. Messi, 35, is undoubtedly one of the greatest soccer players of all time, already cementing a legacy that very few have and very few will. After the Argentine won his first World Cup in Qatar in December, he publicly said there's nothing else to do, which could have been foreshadowing a possible retirement if he decides that is what he wants to do. We hope you guys did enjoy the 8th ever edition of WWMS, Fairfield Woods Middle School, live morning announcements on the Fanwoods YouTube channel. Shout out to YouTube channels King Cherry Lemon, Mr. TC Gamer, and Sports for Kids. Please go check them out. We hope you all enjoyed. Thanks so much to a great behind-the-scenes crew of Noah Weiner, Parshwa Shah, and Alexander Majeski. Signing off here from Fairfield Woods Middle School, I'm Chase Coburn, and we'll see you next Friday.